Gali?
Oh, I'm not on Instagram, but I am on here. One second, let me connect to Instagram. Just a moment.
Correct. Yes, we are
And
almost
hi
there.
everyone that's on
Hi, everyone. Hi, Dan. Yes.
YouTube, Facebook. Welcome to this
Yeah.
special last minute urgent live that we wanted to put together quickly. Really, last
Yes.
night, late at night, we were talking and we said we need to go live and
Yes.
and we need to talk about this. And I want to just do a quick. I want to talk about it obviously and get it set up. But let me join you live on Instagram. Just a
Yeah.
moment.
Let's do that. Hi,
There we go.
Adali.
I see some
Can you
people
see the?
there.
Yeah.
Okay, here we
Please
go.
say hi. Yes. Here we go. View request.
Hi,
Go
Darile.
live.
Perfect. Okay, we're
Yes. Here we
getting
go.
set up. Mayor's currently overseas, and I'm in the US.
I
And
mean,
we're,
just before a show. So
yeah, you're doing a show today. I know it's so exciting.
yeah. So
It's really exciting. So
yeah.
you're gonna be Mayor's literally singing today
Yes.
doing a show. So it's really amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So now that we're all set up, we're on Instagram. We are on all platforms streaming. This was a last minute live stream that we decided to do literally a few hours ago. We were talking at night, and basically, it became an urgent matter that we wanted to bring up because obviously it was extremely sad. There was the passing of Charlie Kirk, and the whole world was shaken up, whether you agreed with his views or not. It created this shock. It kind of reminds me of the famous assassinations like Martin Luther King and the uh, John F. Kennedy or other major players that stood for something that got assassinated, and everybody's going whoa. On the one hand, it was an attack on, of course, him, but I think people are thinking it's an attack on freedom of speech. It's an attack on people's voice. It's worrying. It's making people think, where's the state of mankind that this is happening? And where to from here? How do we handle this? How do you move on from a traumatic event? There's a lot of questions that people are dealing with, and really, what does this mean? Kirk risked his life for his views. His views, if views killed him, really. So, I think the first question here is from Charlie Kirk's viewpoint. Okay, do you think that he felt it was worth it?
So I have no doubt that he knew that it's what he's doing is correct and it's worth it. And the main thing that he's tried to handle and failed to handle is not a right or left or viewpoint on Israel or viewpoint on anything. That's not what he actually was supposed to handle, and that's not really the problem. The only problem that we have is that when something bad happened within a group, the group have to take responsibility and to realize that the group allowed it. If the group
Hmm.
will not consider that it's okay to kill someone for his views, it will not happen. So
Yeah.
actually, yes, there is the assassin and he is at fault, but it is the responsibility of the group that allow the communication to deteriorate to where people attack each other personally because they failed to actually defend their views. And once you really understand that the principle that the only reason something bad happened in a group is because the group allowed it, the group
Hmm.
accept that it is okay. And it's not that the left is to blame or the right is to blame, it's the responsibility of the group. And this is not an easy viewpoint to take, but if you don't take that viewpoint, there will be another Charlie and there will be another Kennedy and there will be another many other people, and it will become worse because the group accept it as a correct behavior.
Well, I mean, I see that, and I see that for sure. But I have a question on that because, on the one hand, I see, which is pretty wild, I see people that are literally celebrating his death and I don't. It's probably really a minority. I think that's like, yeah, just celebrating the fact that he died because they didn't agree with just his views, just his words. Some people are, you're right, are like okay with it that he died. Like this is a possible handling. They think it's a possible handling. But I wonder if it doesn't seem to me that the majority is okay with this happening or approving this. I think most people are like, how dare you people kill others for their views? And it's a rare thing that happens. It's not common, right?
Yeah. So it seems that people are shocked, etc. But I don't look at the show that people put. I look at what actually happening. When I look at what's going on social media, they're killing each other with words. Words are worse than bullets, and
Why
they
do you say that? What do
actually,
you mean?
because if you go to any argument on social media, you will see that people killing each other, they attack, they
No, that I
threaten,
agree. You're right. People threaten, attack, and are vicious. But
and
why is
which
words worse
means
than bullets?
because bullet, you ended the cycle and the guy is dead, and we hope he will not go to where he deserves. Uh,
Hmm. Hmm.
that's usually yes. This is bullet, but words keep on killing you every day, every day, every day, every day, and words eventually deteriorate to bullets. There was no
Mm.
war. There was not one bullet that ever been shot before the words deteriorated. So the
Mm.
communication
Yeah.
have to deteriorate between two people, between two groups, between two nations before bullets and missiles are flying around. So if you
That's true.
cannot handle your communication, if you cannot withhold, if you cannot control your emotions and actually communicate sanely, you will see that words are worse than bullets. Words killed more people than all the TNT in the universe.
Yeah, I
And
see that. I mean,
that's really
yeah.
the answer. Because if, why? Because we see that bullets been shot. And the solution is not by more bullets. The solution is by change of mind. Always the
Yeah.
solution is someone change his mind, not more bullets. So it's never the bullet that is the problem. The bullet is a very delayed manifestation of an insane society that went insane. How do you know that the society went insane? The communication did drop. How do you know that a person goes insane? The communication drop. He either cut communication or he start to talk nonsense. And that's
Hmm.
exactly what's happened to the group. And when the group goes insane, they welcome that, they celebrate that. And they don't celebrate it overtly when someone died. The majority don't do that. But the next day, they celebrate it covertly through the words.
I see. So they start getting into heated debates and personal attacks, and it gets. I mean, you're right that people literally kill each other all the time, and so their viewpoint is to attack their fellow man. I see that that's true. That's true. And of course, there's the one person that goes totally insane and actually takes a gun, but there's many, many, many that went insane before that with their words, which I understand. Mariah's asking, and hi, Mariah. She said, if words are worse than a bullet, then doesn't that give people the justification to kill people they find are spreading harmful information?
So if someone shoot me, or if someone steal from me, it doesn't give me the right to shoot him or to kill him. Yes, or to
Yeah,
steal from him.
yeah,
Yes, unless if there is an
hmm,
immediate threat to my life or my family.
correct.
So if we want to handle the problem, the handling is to find out why people actually goes insane. And the
Hmm.
first thing, I will start to look at the media. If you look at the media and the way that the media present stories, where you've got left-wing media and right-wing media, which is no media, because the correct media will report the facts, and if they don't have the facts, they will need to give both views, the right view and the left view, and let the viewer observe. But what the media doing is actually a propaganda machine designed to brainwash the people into a view on something they don't understand.
Hmm.
And what Charlie did, he was actually educating people with facts, with what's actually happened. And
Yeah.
because the average man in the street do not actually understand what he's talking about. And this, unfortunately, I can say from personal experience. I asked people and they don't know. They say from the river to the sea. I asked them which river to which sea. They don't know. What's the distance between that river to the sea? They don't know anything. Yes.
Hmm.
So if you really understand that people don't know, what he was trying to do is to educate people, because he realized that if the group viewpoint will not get handled, the group will deteriorate to the point where they will shoot each other. Never mind they're shooting him. They will shoot each other. They will shoot their brothers and their sisters.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what will
100%.
happen. And you will see
Yeah.
that
And
whenever the deterioration with words continue, there is eventually um, an internal war, like some kind of a brotherhood, or brothers at war, or brothers and sisters war. So this is
yeah.
really, or you see a civil war, yes?
Yes, exactly. And I mean, he even spoke about that. He warned so much against violence, and he explained that we have to be able to communicate. And really, he was the biggest advocate for freedom of speech. And but then we look around and we see, oh my God, with freedom of speech, I could get killed. I mean, I speak on social media on all kinds of topics that can be controversial, whether it's views politically sometimes, or ADHD, or my views on business, and as do you, of course. And hate gets spit ferociously for a viewpoint.
Yeah,
So,
and
yeah, go ahead.
the point is to understand that it's the responsibility of the group. Once you push back to anything bad that happened to the group, and the group don't blame one specific person that shot. Yes, he is to blame. The responsibility is for the group. The group, each one of us is responsible for his death, for Kennedy's death, for Martin Luther King death. We are the people. We are responsible because we agreed it is okay. The majority agreed that it's okay to shoot words, to aim, maybe with good intentions, but it's still an aim of a bullet, an aim of a word.
Yeah, I see. And so, and that's very true. But I have a feeling, and I don't know, maybe it's just me and my friend group, but I have a feeling like, for sure, most people that I see, I agree. I agree that people spit venom and fight and argue and shoot bullets, but with words. I agree. But I feel like the people that I see around me really, and I look at social media, like I've never seen so many people really stand up and say, like, just share their sadness for this, basically saying this was not okay. Like, I've people that never speak about politics, never speak about views, are all like, sharing how not okay this was. So
It's
people are
of course
seeing that.
it's not of course it's not okay, but it's just a justification for the prior lack of responsibility.
Okay, so what needs to be done? How
Because
does the group handle
before
this?
someone die, when something goes bad on social media, you don't entertain it, you don't continue, you don't reply to someone that throw hate. Someone that throw hate at me on social media, I tell him thank you. He
So you
says, "You
don't,
are a
you
stupid Jew." I said, "Thank you."
yeah.
"Oh, you've got a big nose." I say, "Yes, I know. The air is for free." I don't go into fighting with him. You
Yeah.
understand?
So you're basically, the message is people must drop the hate all the time, on
Yeah,
every front, with their family, with their sister they disagree with their friend, with social media, with the stranger. The hate is too much, and people just, the answer is to strike with hate whenever there's an opposing view, and it deteriorates eventually to one insane assassin.
yeah. And the point is like that. I don't buy. I mean, I believe you that people are sad, but that's not really them. This is an automatic manifestation. The actual person is not checked when someone else die. The actual person is checked when the bullet hits him, when the words hits him. That's when we know who you are.
Oh, I
That's
see.
how I know who you are. To come now and to say, "Oh, I'm so sad that he's dead." Okay, I'm sad. Everyone said that anyone dead, fine, whatever, whatever. You are responsible by actually throwing fuel into this hate because you've been on social media arguing, you replied with hate, you tried to educate people over social media, uh, on the road with your brothers, with your sisters, you everyone without almost without exception agree that violence is okay. Violence is
Hmm.
only okay if there is an immediate threat to your life. Hamas come to Israel, kidnap so many people, don't want to bring them back, kill them all. No question. Until they will bring back the hostages. That's all, not a problem. But if someone tell me you are a dirty Jew, I'll say, okay, fine, I'll go to take a shower if it's bothering you. You know,
Right. In other words,
it's not,
don't get into the hate. So you're saying the
yes,
real test of a person is when he is presented with views that he doesn't agree with. Is the instinct to hate? And forget about hate. Is their instinct to be critical, or to speak behind their back? Or and that's the real test of a person.
yeah, yeah,
And by the way, we have here on Instagram, Chloe said, people also say, if you agree with this, then delete me off your friends list. You are your politics. They don't believe in nuance and create their echo chambers, which creates further divide. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, for
It's the
sure. There's
same thing.
this
If you
major hate. Yeah. In
disconnect,
other words, I'm killing you. I'm killing you socially.
yeah.
Yeah.
At old days, at old days they didn't have death sentence. In very, very old day, they just ignored the person. In
Yeah.
the cave, they used to live in different in the mountains and whatever, and they would just ignore the person, and that's how they killed him. And
Hmm.
actually,
Yeah.
this is promoted by the church, by the synagogues, by religion. Oh, we don't like what you think. Okay, we disconnect from you.
Yeah.
And we
Excommunication.
force,
Yeah.
yeah, and we force everyone to
Yeah.
disconnect from you. And
Yeah.
then
That's
there
killing the
one
person. Yeah.
that's an attempt to kill. That's a murder attempt. That's an attempt to kill. And people do that all the time. And the correct thing is, I will have all viewpoint. I don't have to accept it, but I will have it. I can
Yeah.
entertain any viewpoint. And one thing for sure, who made me God to decide what is the only correct viewpoint?
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
And when I see
Yeah.
people crying over the death of someone after they did nothing to take responsibility for the deterioration of society, after they agree with the media promoting
Contributed
hate,
to it.
not
Yeah.
contributing, creating it, not contributing,
Mm.
creating it. They
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
contribute; they create it.
Mm.
And
Mhm.
once this thing is understood, that nothing happened by mistake, without the PR machine of Germany, of the SS, there would be no Holocaust. Without the venom machine of the different political parties, there will be no hate within a country. There's an actual venom machine that actually created, don't contribute, create it. And the stupid, we used to be we, the people, now we, the stupid, listen and obey.
Uh-huh.
We obey
So what
because
must
we hate.
so what must we do? I mean, is your message basically we must,
The
which I understand. The message is stop the hate.
obey. The message is
Yeah.
the same message that Jesus gave, the same message that any sane religion give is love your neighbor.
Mhm. Mhm.
Enough
Yeah.
with the hate. The handling is to love despite all invitations to do otherwise.
Yes.
That's the handling. To love despite all invitations to do otherwise. And if you cannot do that, you are not worthy to be called a human being.
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
human being, actually being, even if the being is within a dog, they love.
Mm-hmm.
Even a
Yeah.
dog that has a spirit, everything that life has or share a spirit. So even a dog, even a lion, everyone love. And
Mm-hmm.
when you stop loving, when you start to hate, you are an animal. And when
Yeah.
you are
Well,
animal, if you start to hate, you're an animal, you are fair game to society. And then society become fair game. Everyone wants to kill everyone. We are
I
all
see.
losing.
I see. Yeah, I see. That's a beautiful message. And especially now, the last thing that should happen after Charlie Kirk's death is further divide and further arguing and further fighting and picking who was right and who was wrong and was he correct, and like that's the last thing. The general thing should be, whoa, look at yourself, look at your fellow man. If whatever you've disagreed with up to now, drop it and love more. And I love
Yeah.
that. And that's,
And
Martel
someone
asked, is
come
this a
and
manifestation of hate? And that's exactly it. This is a manifestation of hate. Yes.
yeah, and
Yeah.
the thing is like that. I want to. Someone killed him, and there's a group that support it. Now I am against the killing. So what I do, those people that support it, I want to kill them. So, but I thought that I'm
Yeah.
against killing. No, they have a viewpoint. Okay, I understand. I don't have to agree, but I can understand them and not hate them
Right.
because
Right.
there's not one person on in this whole planet or in any planet that do not have so much bad in him that he cannot find bad with others, and there is not one person, the worst criminal, that don't have so much good in him,
Mm-hmm.
so we cannot really criticize him. So the
Yeah.
only way is to accept the view, and as a group, don't don't entertain the idea that it's okay to hate.
That's beautiful. And I totally agree. And that's a really important message right now, especially because this is the urge is to fight back in some way, to hate back, to, yeah, of course. And by the way, Rich here asked earlier, we were talking about, the media is really a big machine that stirs up hate, lies, manipulation, keeps people totally like triggered. He
It's a
asked, why
venom
does
machine.
media
It's
do this?
actually a
It's a venom
venom
machine. So
machine
he said, yeah, it's a venom machine. He's asking, why does media do this?
because there's a small part of the beings on this planet that are actually evil. And any
What do you
person
mean a
that,
small part of the beings? Like small part of every being, or there's a small
no, no,
group of
small
beings?
group, small group. So there is
Okay,
8
got it.
billion people. So there is a very small number of people that are actually evil. And while our purpose is to love and to remove barriers and to improve the love and to improve the life of most people, this is our purpose. Their purpose is to destroy. And since we are not like that, it's almost impossible for us to conceive the idea that they are like that. It's like, if I don't have pain and you have pain now, and you tell me it's painful, I can hear it, but I don't really duplicate it because I don't have pain. And
Yeah,
especially
true.
if I didn't have that kind of pain, it's like, what are you talking about? I mean, okay, I believe
Yeah,
you, it's not a problem, but it's not the same like if I have the pain right now.
true.
So because we are generally, people are generally good, they're basically good, they cannot conceive bad. And so evil can be next to you, sleeping in your bed, and you will not recognize it.
Yeah, I see. And then to what end do these evil people use media to keep everybody all insane? Why? For what purpose?
To the same end that any insane person do something insane. There is no logical way to explain because it's not logical. Why an insane person jump from a building? Commit suicide. There's no actual logical explanation. So you cannot
Yeah.
understand something not logical logically. There are
Mm-hmm.
programmed to hate. And I don't want to get into the whole reason of why they're programmed and by who, etc. But the fact is they're programmed to hate, unlike the
Hmm.
majority. And if you
Yeah.
understand that, you will see that for them, the best thing to do is to create a society of stupid people. What does it mean, society of stupid people? You are as stupid as you are limited by your viewpoints. So
Mm.
if this is all the possible viewpoints on Earth, 8 billion viewpoint, and let's say that I believe only in one viewpoint. I have 7,999,999 that I don't actually understand, but I am sure that I'm right. So the more
Yeah.
sure that you are right, the worse you are. When you have more viewpoints and more viewpoints and more viewpoints and more viewpoints, all of a sudden you start to see the picture.
Mm. I see.
And people are locked on their viewpoint. They say, "I'm right. I'm a Republican. I'm right." You are not even close to right. If you say, "I'm Republican, but I can see totally why the Democrats see that, and why these people see that, and why Black people see that, and why Jewish people are like that," and I see it, and I see it, and I can create my own hybrid view of what actually happening, and I can act based on the situation and not based on my view.
Mm. I
If I
see.
can do
Wow.
that, then I'm sane. And otherwise, I'm stupid. Stupidity is only the insistence on, on locking or concentrating on limited number of viewpoints. And the most stupid person is the person that most think he's right.
Mm. Wow. That's amazing. That should put everybody in check because I see it all the time. I mean, I can notice it in myself at times that you get locked on a viewpoint. So there's no doubt that there needs to be that flexibility. Okay, in the interest of time, I want to ask you because I think we're a bit tight
I
on
have
time
to go.
because you have a
Yes.
show today. I know you have to go. How much time do you have still?
Minus 3 minutes.
Minus 3 minutes. Okay, okay. Then let me ask you this one last thing. How does somebody get over such a shock to the system, such an upsetting thing? Everybody's walking around today with this on their mind. It's heavy. What do you do?
So, loss is a situation where something has been taken from you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what you need is to give yourself something back, and what you need to give to yourself is this resolution that I'm going to dedicate my life to love despite all invitations to do otherwise. I have a purpose now. I have a purpose for my group, for my country, for mankind. I have a purpose to contribute as much as needed, not as much as you can, as much as needed to dismantle the venom machine that promote hate, and to do all I need in order to bring a more sane society. And once you
Wow.
have that as a purpose, you have a purpose, you will not get stuck in the past, because all of this crying, etc., is from something that happened in the past, and it doesn't help. It's actually deteriorate. If you take something into
Mm-hmm.
the future and you say, okay, this is what's happened, I acknowledge it, it's not good, fine. Now, how can I do something about it? How can I stop being useless and crying and a baby and start do something effective?
Yeah, exactly. And
Enough
how
with the
can I cut out what
crying.
I was doing that contributed or created
Exactly.
or fueled what's going on?
Yeah.
That's so basically you had a loss, here's a replacement. Take on a new mission. And oh wow, we did lose the connection. Oh, I see. We have the Instagram, but not or maybe I'm still live over here. I see you cut out, but we're on Instagram. Well, that's an amazing message. We were ended right on time. Thank you. Okay, that was powerful. Spread this, share this. It was wow. Okay, thank you. Okay, mwah, love you. Thank you for this message. Bye, everyone.